Welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. In this segment, we're going to talk about what we can expect this weekend, what we're going to see this weekend in upcoming fights. I'm Aurelio Martinez, my co-host Stephen Johnson. Steve, tell us what's going on this weekend and what do we have to look forward to?
We have a lot to look forward to this weekend. Lelo, we got Friday night on the 20th. Saturday. That's June the 20th on Saturday at the MGM Grand again. You know, in Las Vegas on the NBC Sports, the premier boxing channel. You're gonna have Adrien Broner and Shawn Porter. That's gonna be a great fight. Earl Spence is on the undercard. Robert Easter, Michael Big Game Hunter. Then on BET at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, you have Andre Ward and Paul Smith, 12 round light heavyweights at a catch weight of 172. And then we end up at Montreal and Fox Deportes. You got Hassan Ndam taking on David Lemieux for the vacant IBF middleweight title. Then we'll end up on Sunday, which is going to be a great card, where you're going to have, that's CBS, you're going to have, once again in Las Vegas, we're going to have Rances Barthélemy and Antonio DeMarco, 12 rounds, junior welterweights, and then Sammy Vasquez, who has Colorado connection, taking on Wale Omatoso, who's Nigerian, who's now living in Vegas.
And that's Sunday.
And that's going to be a great fight, really. And then, like I said, Sammy Vasquez, once again came through the WCAP program down in Colorado Springs, the Army pro. So a lot of people familiar with Sammy. Sammy is really a kid that is destined for stardom.
Well, let's start with that one. Now.
Okay.
Have we, have we had a fight on a Sunday?
Yes.
Lately?
Yes.
Okay, I just didn't. But anyhow, we'll talk about that. You know, Sammy, like you say, Sammy has connections, you know, through the WCAP program. How do you see that fight? I mean, Rance at one time was a big name, a big prospect, big name, and I think that's kind of fizzled out. So can Sammy beat him?
Oh yeah, Sammy can beat him. I think that the biggest thing that Sammy has to deal with is that Omoto has knockout power. You know, and that's not to say that Sammy doesn't. You know, Sammy. You know, once again, Sammy. One of the things that you have to remember about him is he's calling himself the Mexican who can.
Now, where's this bout going to take place?
It's in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And so we got, like I said, Barthélemy, you know, and DeMarco. Let me back up let me talk about Sammy again.
Yeah, Sammy, because he's I don't know much about who he's fighting, but is he just one of them heavy-handed punchers? I mean,
no, Sammy can box.
No, not his opponent.
Oh, Amato?
Yeah.
No, he's just heavy-handed.
That's
exactly it.
Okay.
You know, he's coming in here and he's gonna. He's coming in off a 2-fight KO winning streak. Okay, his only loss by unanimous decision to Jesse Vargas, and that was back in 2013. Okay. So he's not an easy out. This is, like I said, might be the best fight of the weekend.
Okay.
I mean, you know, if you take everything in consideration, Sammy calls himself the Who Can Mexican. You know, following along with Adrien Broner's, the can.
I'm gonna have to watch
Sammy
that.
Vasquez is very skilled. Like I said, coming through that WCAP program with Coach Leverett, you automatically know, Aurelio, that his skills. It's all there. His fundamentals are there.
Okay. Well, I'm a plan to watch that, but of course, Sunday's Father's Day here in the United States of America. So, I'm gonna act like I don't know, but I'm sure I'm gonna be going out.
You're gonna have to. Sammy's a father. Sammy's a father. You know, and he's over there handling his business. So, and like I said, you know, he's let it be known that he's got bigger fish to fry. He's let it be known that hearing, you know, all the names Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter and Adrien Broner, he's tired of hearing those names. He thinks he's right up there with them. So that's why I said I think this might be the best fight.
I think that's going to be a good fight.
It might be the best fight.
You talked me into it.
Okay. All right. Everyone can follow that out. Follow it all the way. As far as
let's go into Rance. You
know, you started off on him.
I started off on him. I think like I was saying, I was kind of jumping the gun there, but I think Rance is wow. The only way I could say it is a has-been.
Well, you got to say the same thing about DeMarco, right?
Yeah, well, DeMarco. So I mean, why would anyone want to watch this fight just to watch a good fight? I mean, it's not like these guys are going to become champions. I mean, so maybe you will have a good fight. I mean, but is it? Talk to me. I mean, because I'm kind of like, why would I sit down and watch this fight?
What did I just tell you? I just told you the fight on the undercard, the co-main event, is probably going to be the best fight of the weekend. Okay, but and just let me say this. You know, Antonio DeMarco was KO'd by Adrien Broner back in 2012. Okay.
And he still hasn't woke up.
I can't really say anything good about it.
No.
This fight, like I said, I'm really looking at the second fight.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that you were going to say something to carry the first fight.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard to get excited about that fight. To be honest with you, because like Rance had his chance. He was a prospect. He actually went up into contendership and just kind of fizzled out.
And you know what? For you fans that don't know, he follows along Aurelio's lines of these Cuban boxers just don't pan out as a whole in the pros. That was the problem he had with Guillermo Rigondeaux, the problem he had with Erislandy Lara, and now the Rance is right there.
I'm still waiting for that Cuban fighter
that just really takes over.
That comes in and actually adapts to the pro style of fighting and becomes dominant and becomes a good pro. I mean, they're the best when it comes to amateur, and I don't think anyone doubts that. But they have the problem when they transfer into the pro rankings that they just can't do it. For some reason or other, they just can't make that
the transition.
That transition.
It's just been too much.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for one of them to step up and become that. And I think it's going to happen. It has to happen sooner or later.
Yeah. I think we're both in agreement. He's seen his better days. His name is still in the mix because he still has that name. You know, but I agree with you. Kid Blast. That was probably the problem. You know, when you name yourself Kid Blast, you're supposed to blast people out. And, you know, it's just, like you said, he's seen his better day. Okay.
We got 3 minutes on this segment. What's next?
Okay. The last thing that we're going to talk about, and I think I'm going to leave that up to you pretty much. I know that, let's talk a little bit about, since we're hot on the heavyweight division, you and I both, you turned me on to this kid, Joseph Parker.
Wait. We talk about Andre Ward.
I don't care about Andre Ward. I said that in the second segment. Andre Ward, you can talk about him. He needs to prove something, but come and fight a guy at a catch weight. Come on, man. You know.
What is it with Andre Ward?
Either he's fat now or shit. Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with him.
And why doesn't he grab everyone? Everyone wants to see him succeed and become a superstar in boxing. But he just doesn't make that move to become that superstar. Everyone's behind him. Well, everyone in the United States, everyone loves him. I mean, he's a gold medalist. He's got everything that most boxers want. They want to win the hearts of the fans, and he's got it. And he just won't put it together.
Well, he's got two problems. Number one is that there's still that shadow hanging over his head about him and Peds. Okay, he doesn't want to take the test. He'll tell you sometimes, I'm not going to take this test. And then probably more important than anything, he's stuck on stupid and always wanting to fight in Oakland. Who wants to go to Oakland to see any kind of, except Raider fans? I mean, other than that, nobody wants to go see anything in Oakland. And he's stuck on stupid saying he wants to always fight in Oakland. You know, and he's happy. Now he's got BET that's going to come because, you know, they're trying to get back into the game and they said they're going to do some championship fights, but this isn't anywhere near a championship caliber fight.
No, it's not. And that's what I'm saying.
For Andre Ward to fight anything over 168 when he is the super middleweight champion, everybody acknowledges that, then he's got problems because, remember, he said he wasn't going to go up, he wasn't going to go down. He's going to stay right there. Now, here's a catchweight at 172, so he's a liar.
Yeah. Okay. I just see a boxer here with the opportunity to become that money person, just like Floyd is, because he's got the love of everyone in the United States. I mean, he's got everything going, but he doesn't reach out and grab. But like you say, maybe there's something there. Maybe it's the testing of the PEDs. And it's all speculation right now. But I just think it's kind of sad for the fans here because they really stand behind him.
He has all of America behind him, and when you start having,
and he still does.
Yeah, but when you start having us boxing folks question what's going on with him, and we know that he's had that shoulder injury, that shoulder surgery, and he's still, it's taking forever to heal. Part of one of the connections to Peds is that taking a slow time to heal.
Yeah.
And then when you compound that with when he said, I'm not going to take the test. And he said, oh, I never said I wouldn't take the test. I said, well, let's take the test. No, I'm not going to take the test. Andre Ward's got a lot to prove as far as I'm concerned.
Well, listen, we're going to come back with our final segment, and we're going to talk about hot topics. We're going to talk about these heavyweights coming into the scene. We're going to talk about the amateur scene. We're going to talk about the hot topics and another great segment coming up your way. Stay with us.
Be right back.
Yeah, I just figured we'd sneak another segment in there, and I can.
Might as well. Yeah, you can make it 3.